There is a quiet, unseen power within each of us, waiting to be awakened, the power to attract, connect, and harmonize with the hearts and minds of others. How to Magnetize Your Mind with Others is not a book about manipulation, nor is it about superficial charm. Instead, it is a profound journey into the art of aligning your inner energy with the universal rhythm of human connection. At its heart, the book teaches us that when we change the way we think and feel, we do not merely transform ourselves, we radiate an energy that others can feel, respond to, and be inspired by. The author begins by reminding us that every thought we carry is a signal. Each emotion we nurture sends waves out into the world, touching people in ways we cannot always see but can surely sense. If our inner life is clouded with doubt, resentment, or fear, we unknowingly create distance and resistance in our relationships. But when our minds are filled with clarity, peace, and a genuine spirit of kindness, others naturally gravitate toward us. This truth alone is both empowering and humbling, for it tells us that the key to attracting harmony lies not outside of us but within the sanctuary of our own mind. The first great lesson of the book is the necessity of self-alignment. Before we can magnetize others, we must magnetize ourselves. This means developing a mind that is calm, disciplined, and filled with purpose. Think of a person you admire, someone who exudes confidence without arrogance, who listens deeply, and who seems to light up the room when they enter. What draws you to them is not their wealth or appearance but the centered energy they carry. They have cultivated an inner world that shines outward. The book urges us to do the same, not through force, but through consistent practices of reflection, meditation, and intentional living. The author tells stories of individuals who struggled with disconnection until they turned inward. A teacher overwhelmed by conflict in the classroom found that by softening her inner resistance, her students began responding with unexpected respect. A young man plagued by loneliness discovered that by learning to enjoy his own company, he began to attract authentic friendships. These stories illustrate a powerful truth: the energy you carry inside becomes the invitation you extend to the world. Another profound message in the book is about the importance of deep listening. To magnetize your mind with others is not simply about making people listen to you, it is about learning how to truly hear them. Real listening is more than waiting for your turn to speak. It is entering into the experience of another person with empathy and presence. The book reminds us that people long to be seen, heard, and understood. When you offer that gift sincerely, you create bonds that cannot be faked. One striking example shared is of a business leader who transformed his team's morale not by giving inspiring speeches, but by simply giving each person his full attention during conversations. He listened without rushing, without interrupting, and without judgment. In turn, his team began to open up, to share ideas, and to give their best efforts freely. This is the magnetism of a listening mind. It draws others in, not through power, but through presence. The book also explores the subtle art of language, not just the words we speak, but the energy behind them. Words carry vibration. A word spoken with love can heal. A word spoken in anger can wound for years. The author encourages us to speak intentionally, choosing words that uplift, encourage, and unite. This does not mean avoiding truth or suppressing honesty, rather, it means learning to deliver truth with compassion. When our words are guided by empathy, they become bridges, instead of barriers. Practical exercises are offered to cultivate this kind of magnetic communication. One practice is to pause before speaking and ask yourself, will what I am about to say bring light, or will it cast shadow? This simple awareness transforms ordinary conversations into opportunities for connection. Another practice is to affirm silently, before entering a meeting or family gathering, may my words today bring peace and inspiration. Such small shifts in intention create ripples that others feel even without knowing why. Another central theme of the book is emotional resonance. To magnetize your mind with others is not about wearing a mask of constant positivity but about being real, open, and emotionally attuned. When you share joy, you invite joy in others. When you share vulnerability, you invite trust. People are not drawn to perfection, they are drawn to authenticity. The book urges us to let go of the illusion that we must always impress and instead embrace the power of being genuine. Magnetism comes not from trying to be flawless, but from allowing our humanity to shine through. The author shares a touching story of a woman who spent years hiding her struggles behind a facade of strength. Only when she allowed herself to be honest about her fears and challenges did she find the true support and connection she longed for. In revealing her humanity, she magnetized not pity, but love and solidarity. This is the paradox of connection. When we stop trying to appear strong, we discover the strength of genuine bonds. Another insight woven throughout the book is the power of intention. Magnetism is not accidental, it is cultivated. Just as a magnet must be charged to attract, so too must our minds be charged with clear, purposeful intention. What do you wish to bring into your relationships? Harmony, growth, inspiration. The book invites us to define these intentions clearly and to align our daily actions with them. When your inner compass is steady, you naturally draw others who resonate with your path. The author also reminds us of the importance of patience. True magnetism does not happen overnight. It grows slowly, like a tree taking root. Just as we cannot rush the blossoming of a flower, we cannot force deep connection. Instead, we cultivate the soil, our thoughts, our attitudes, our habits, and allow the relationships to grow naturally. This patience itself is magnetic, for it creates a sense of trust and stability that others feel drawn to. Spiritual wisdom is gently woven into the text, reminding us that magnetizing the mind is not just a social skill but a sacred practice. When we align our energy with love, compassion, and truth, we are not only connecting with individuals, we are aligning with the greater flow of life itself. The book suggests that our relationships are not random encounters but opportunities for growth and awakening. Each person we meet becomes a mirror, reflecting back aspects of ourselves and offering us a chance to expand. In this way, to magnetize your mind with others is to participate in the grand dance of life, where every connection is a step toward greater awareness. In its closing chapters, the book emphasizes the importance of balance. Magnetism does not mean losing yourself in others or constantly seeking to please. True connection respects both self and other. It is about creating harmony without sacrificing authenticity. The most magnetic people are those who remain rooted in their own values while extending openness to others. They know how to give without losing themselves, and how to receive without dependency. This balance creates relationships that are both nourishing and sustainable. Ultimately, the message of how to magnetize your mind with others is one of empowerment and hope. We are not helpless in our relationships, nor are we victims of fate. By nurturing our inner life, through intention, listening, compassion, and authenticity, we can create connections that uplift both ourselves and those around us. The journey begins within, but its blessings extend far beyond, touching families, communities, and even strangers. Imagine a world where more people carried this kind of magnetic presence, where conversations were filled with empathy, where differences were met with curiosity rather than hostility, where relationships were built on mutual growth instead of competition. This vision is not unreachable. It begins with each of us choosing, moment by moment, to cultivate the energy we bring into the world. In the end, the book does not simply teach us how to attract others. It teaches us how to awaken the deepest, most radiant version of ourselves, and in doing so, to create bonds that are not only magnetic but deeply meaningful. This is the kind of magnetism that lasts, the kind that transforms lives, and the kind that makes us realize that true connection is not found by chasing others, but by becoming a light that naturally draws them near.